Whitney with Girl Friday Crafts. Welcome to Craftember November. It is, what is today? Today's Wednesday, November 27th. It is Thanksgiving Eve. I missed last night because I just sort of completely forgot. Like, we had supper, fed the dogs, sat downstairs, and all of a sudden at like 9:30, I was like, I didn't go live. Just one of those days. So I apologize for that. Excited to be here tonight. Tonight might actually be a 15-minute video or less because this is a super fast project. One of the things that's interesting about doing some of these watercolor projects that I've been doing is that there's actually a little bit of drawing that is part of it. So, you know, we've talked about the fact that I don't paint other than like acrylic painting a surface, kind of something or other. And today I can't get the thing out of my watercolor box without not dumping them all out. Okay. I need to give you all this information. I never went back and put that in there. I definitely don't draw. And so that's been a kind of fun, entertaining part of this. And tonight's project requires just a little bit of drawing. So I'm going to minimize me, put me up here so you can see my workspace, and I'm going to show you all this is always weird because okay, so I think if I hold it at that angle, you all can see, kind of get the gist of what we're doing here. So let me go back out and start this over. And it took me a minute to find this because sometimes when you save the reels, they go black. So you're just going to use a finger to make the reindeer nose and then draw the eyes, which is fine. It's the antlers that I think are going to be interesting. And then, you know, you could handwrite a sentiment or stamp a sentiment. You could even, if you were so inclined, cut a sentiment out of vinyl. That would be little, which is fine. I'm working with small letters. It's not necessarily my favorite, but you could absolutely do it. And I have the white bookmark here, and then I also have the brown craft paper. So we're going to do two because I want to try a similar thing to this, but I also want to see how the red shows up. So we're going to do the white first. I do have some water here, and I have a paper towel, and we're just going to stick my finger in my red watercolor paint, and off to the races we go. So little dot there for the nose. Okay, so be careful not to lift your finger up too fast, or it will flame paint. And I probably had a little too much water on there, so we're going to try and make that a little more of a circle. I'm not going to mess with that dot because if I do, then it's going to smear. And then, so we're going to just do the eyes right about there. Okay, and then I'm going to watch the reel again to see how she does the... Okay, just two little curvy lines out, a little bit above the eyes. I'm going to start here and curve up that way. And like that. Okay. And start here and curve up that way. Okay, so we've got that. His nose is a little big in proportion to his eyes, but maybe that's right. And then we're just gonna go along. And draw out a little bit on the antlers, kind of following along with what she did. Sorry, I'm gonna turn that music down. Not necessarily entirely, but, and then, you know, obviously I think the more used to doing this you get, the more you just kind of go, right? I need to see this other one. Okay. And then like that, and then like that at the top. And then like that at the top. All right. Okay. And then to figure out. So my lettering is always so I do always get told I have very nice handwriting. But I don't connect my letters. And so when I'm doing something like this, I am kind of overthinking it. So I'm taking my time and I'm going slow, and that's not it's not how I normally write. So, you know, I think for something like this, I would kind of practice a little more and figure out how I want to write whatever I'm writing. Or do I even want to, you know, print? Probably truly need to just write it the way. So like just as an example, right? Like don't overthink it. And then there's the part of me that always wants to default to my cheesy high school sorority day bubble letters. So honestly, if I were making these as a gift or to try or to sell, I would probably stamp a sentiment, just because I would feel more confident in that, in how it would turn out. So the other thing I want to try, and this is just to kind of try this one more time, is I've seen it done where it's like you do like a family, and so I'm gonna use a little less water this time. So we're going to have and I'm going to use a couple of different colors. And part of the reason that I'm doing this is I just want to see how well like a red paint is going to show up on, now my finger's not wet enough, is going to show up on like this brown craft. And now it's too wet. On this brown craft bookmark. So we're going to make a nose. So I'm going to do, just for the sake of doing it right now, I'm going to do kind of a traditional the quote-unquote traditional family, because it's representative of mine, where you have daddy reindeer, mommy reindeer, and a baby reindeer. So obviously depict whatever type of family you want to represent on your bookmark, and however that looks for you. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. But what I'm trying to do is have noses in different sizes. So the consistency of the paint with this is something that's going to take some practice for me, figuring out how much water, how wet your finger needs to be to get a decent amount of paint, but not too much. Honestly, I think even though it seemed like a lot to begin with, I think the first time was probably better. Okay, so we're going to see if this looks the way I think it's going to look when I'm done. And then we got a little practice drawing again. So we're going to do our eyes. Oh, no, too close. And we'll do our antlers. And then I'm going to give the mommy reindeer some little eyelashes just to sort of delineate that that's kind of what I'm trying to depict here. And then our little baby. And we're going to give the little baby just little baby antlers. And then we're gonna come across and make our little designs again. The super linear part of my brain is wanting me to really make these symmetrical, even though I know that that's not necessarily how they look. Kind of messed her up a little bit there, but that's okay. Come out here and do that like that. Yeah. At the top. And then we're gonna do just some little bitty ones on the baby, right? And then I'm gonna try this just to see if you really wanted to. You could take your fineliner and just draw a little circle around the nose. Kind of makes it look like a mouth. Right? And then you could come down here. And while you wouldn't necessarily, sorry, I'm concentrating, not really talking. While you wouldn't, I don't know, maybe you would, but you wouldn't necessarily, personalize a bookmark in this way. You could very easily use this technique, then to like make a personalized family ornament, or something like that. So I mean that's really super easy, and really very cute. And then what you could do if you wanted would be to kind of take your brush and you could just fill in the nose. So I definitely did not put enough paint on my fingers to start with on this one. And so it was sticking to my finger. The bookmark was sticking to my finger and sort of pulling up the paint. And just kind of fill that in a little bit. Give it a little bit more color. I think I see a mouth when I look at it, so it might be a little too big. That was my middle finger. Curious what it looks like if I take the fineliner and draw a circle around the nose on this one. See, I think that makes it look like a mouth. I think it looks like a nose more. Let's flip this over. Let's do eyes. And come out here. Yeah, I think it looks more like a nose if it's not circled. Who knew? Alright, so real quick, well, I don't know what the name, so these watercolors are Kuretake, Kuretake. I got them at Michael's. They have multiple sets. They had very good reviews on the Michael's app. This is one of the smaller sets, and it was on sale when I bought it. They obviously have bigger sets that have more colors, but I figured a small investment was good to start off with. And then these are just the Staedtler, Staedtler brand fineliners, and then I just found a set that has multiple colors, just made them more versatile. So okay, so that's that. So it did take me longer than 15 minutes, but I opted to kind of try again. So I don't know if I'm going to be live tomorrow or not. I know it's Thanksgiving. And so I don't necessarily expect anybody to watch because it's Thanksgiving. And I will be prepping. I do have a whatnot sale on Friday, so I might not. We'll see. I don't know. I might be live tomorrow. But I will be live Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to finish out the month, and then I'll be live multiple times in December. I have ideas for things I want to do in December too. So thank you for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, I hope you have a beautiful day, no matter what you're doing. And then I will see you all again next time.